Okay, so this is my 1980 model year Clark Bobcat 732 heavy duty. It is set up for propane. And I just got it back from the dealer. I took it there so they could do kind of a once over on it and check it out and do a flow test on the motor, or on the hydraulics rather. And they called me back and basically said, well, they didn't say it directly, but all the terms they were using, like it's not worth the money and we can't get parts, led me to the conclusion that basically they don't want to work on it because it's so old and it does need quite a bit of work. I told them I had a $3,000 budget to get started, cash in hand, to make some repairs, and they didn't think that was worth any time. You know, even at $110 an hour for labor, you know, that could get me somewhere. But anyhow, I got it in the garage today and I bought a 3-ton jack and some 3-ton jack stands. Got it on the jack stands, got the wheels off, and the reason I started there, you can see a little bit of on the ground here, there was this baling twine wrapped around every single one of these axles. Just caked all around in there. I had to use a screwdriver and a pick to get it out. Here's the rest of it over here. So it was just wrapped right around, all in there. I think that was the left rear, that was the right rear, that was the right front, no, left front, and what was on the ground in here was the right front. It does need some work, I will admit. It does run. It ran when I bought it. It has some steering issues. The steering needs to be realigned. There's some bushings that need repair and replacement. The carburetor needs just a little bit of tuning. These belts are decent, but could use to be replaced. I haven't checked the air filters. The previous owner changed the oil filter, changed the hydraulic filter. So that's new. But I'm excited. You know, I got it for a decent price, even though it needs work, and even, you know, in the condition it's in, as far as its patina, if you will. So the first thing I'm going to do, now that I've got the wheels off and I've got it on jack stands, is I'm going to get it started and recenter the steering so that when you start it, it doesn't creep, and when you have the levers in the neutral position, neither one of the sides are moving. Because currently, to start it and have it not move, you have to have the left stick back and the right stick forward, so it's like this. So I need to get that recentered and everything else. It did come with a bucket, with a tooth bucket, and it's got the universal Bobcat system on the front. And as I said, it ran and drove and lifted and dumped when I bought it. But, you know, between it sitting and the cold weather, it's January, it was December or November when I bought it. It was December when I bought it. And when I brought it home, it was, you know, 60 degrees. And when I took it to the dealer, it was 20. So it was not happy. The major leak I've got right now is this axle seal is actively leaking, dripping when it's not on. There are some other leaks in and around the motors and such that tend to leak when it's under power. These cylinders are leaking at the ends, so those will need to be rebuilt. This cylinder seems to be fine. This cylinder seems to be fine. And it does have the auxiliary hydraulics, but for whatever reason, one of the previous owners had them capped off on the inside. So I need to have those hoses redone so that they can we can use the auxiliary hydraulics. But anyway, I'm excited. We'll see where it takes us, and it's a project. It's one of the biggest projects I've ever taken on. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching.